11 historical luxuries turned into everyday items. 1. Coffee. For some time, only monks drank coffee. It was discovered 1200 years ago in Ethiopia. A herder noticed his goats ate berries from a certain bush. They became so energized that they couldn't sleep. The herder reported his findings to the local monastery. The abbot made a drink with the berries. He found that it kept him alert through evening prayers. 2. Aluminum. Aluminum ore wasn't discovered until 1821. Aluminum was considered an elite material. It became more expensive than gold. It was used mainly for ornaments and luxury items. Napoleon III's important guests were given aluminum cutlery. 3. Purple dye. In ancient Rome, only the emperor could wear purple. The dye was made from snails from the shores of Lebanon. It took 250,000 snails to make 1 ounce of dye. Their shells were cracked and bodies were left to soak. A day later, a gland of each snail was removed. The juice of this gland was put in a large jar. The sunlight turned the substance dark violet. 4. Trash removal. In 3000 BC, Cretan villages gathered all the young men. They dug a ditch for dumping waste near the village. Each household took their garbage there. The Roman Empire created the first garbage collection service. People threw their refuse into the streets. It was then transported to a pit a mile away from the city. During the Middle Ages, there was no waste collection. Waste management wasn't reintroduced until the 1840s. 5. Skincare. Women in the 12th century made a paste to tend to their skin. They mixed cucumbers, rosemary, and vinegar. Renaissance women used mercury, lead, and chalk. 6. Gyms. Ancient Greeks used stones and logs for weightlifting. They also lifted animals and each other. In the 1800s, athletes had iron weights with handles. 7. Air conditioning. The air conditioning unit was invented in 1922. By 1960, only 1 out of every 5 American homes had an AC. In the 1970s, the window unit slowly decreased in popularity. The AC system made its way into more homes. 8. Chocolate Easter eggs. The first chocolate eggs were produced in the 1870s. They were expensive and difficult to find. Orders were made several months in advance. They became available only in the middle of the 20th century. 9. Spices. Constantinople fell in 1453. It cut off the traditional supply route from South Asia. In Europe, spices became more valuable than gold. A voyage to the Moluccas could bring in profits of 400%. The Spanish king financed Magellan's expedition to Moluccas. The expedition lost 4 out of the 5 ships. Only 18 out of 260 men survived. The sole ship's cargo was 53,000 pounds of clove. 10. Fresh fruit. Fruit used to be a sign of wealth. It was impossible to get them out of season. Artificial refrigeration was invented in the 19th century. Until then, fruits brought over long distances rot in transit. 11. Black clothes. Black used to be the color of mourning of the wealthy. The cost came from a short lifespan of the clothes. The fabric had to sit and dye for a long time, so it degraded more.